Hello, guys. This is Wisdom here today, and today we want to talk about how to overcome the fear of success. And this is one of those key topics that a lot of people struggle with. And I know for a fact that the fear of success is it's not talked about that much, because most people, we tend to focus more on the fear of failure, and we tend to focus more on fear of rejection, fear of disappointment, and stuff like that. So today what I want to do is really do a bit of a cut through in terms of fear of success. But really, what you're looking at is it usually starts off mainly due to the environments that we're in, the people that we are part of, the communication around us, the dialogue, the conversations. And I know if you're very close to me, you know by now that I'm all about conversation. Because in the day, whenever you meet a person, one of the key things that determine whether that person is going to be part of your future or you're going to be part of the future is that issue of conversation. So having said that, I think that this topic of fear of success, it deserves more attention, more than it's getting now, I think, in the marketplace. Worse in the church, because in the church we don't want to talk about that, because they tend to focus more on fear not. God is on your side, absolutely fantastic, which is fine, and everything else. But the fear of success really isn't talked about just as much as jealousy, because you'll see that these two are a bit related. But I'll cover that a bit later. But right now I want to focus on the fear of success. However, how it starts off is sometimes it starts off in childhood, where a child is born and they grow up in an environment where there's a lot of play hating among the adults. And the thing with a lot of adults that they don't realize is a lot of children pick up on a lot of things through what they see, through what they hear. So you find a situation where a child is growing up, right, in an environment, the father, the mother, they're constantly talking down anybody who's successful. Maybe a neighbor, maybe a relative comes home, and they're driving a Porsche, a Ferrari, Lamborghini, whatever car that might be. The moment they leave the house, the parents maybe might start talking, garbage about that particular relative. Oh, he's a dealer, he's a drug dealer, he's this, all that. Well, while that conversation is taking place, the child is listening. And sometimes, what happens is it gets to a point where, because that has been a dominant conversation that in terms of success is talked about, all the child is negative. And sometimes it can happen where there's an emotional charge, and that happens a lot, even just a couple of times. It can register to the point where subconsciously that child begins to have an association success with being a drug dealer, success with being a murderer, success being someone being a thief, or something like that. It's the same thing with relationships, where people grow up in environments that are toxic. So before you know it, they start associating marriage with something that is toxic, with marriage with trouble, marriage with pain, marriage with abuse. Why? Because they've been in that environment where anytime there's marriage and relationships, maybe from what they witnessed growing up, especially what they witnessed growing up, they start associating marriage with bad experience, marriage with something toxic, marriage with abuse, and all that. So that builds up subconsciously, and this is why you find that in the marketplace, people who do the subconscious, particularly psychologists, they might have to go through they go through like the person's memory and begin to pull out those things and begin to heal them. Go through a process that they use. Sometimes some people, usually in such cases, maybe they might use hypnosis and things like that. And I know obviously for a lot of Christians, hypnosis is a very big topic that I want to get into at this point. But the truth of the matter is, a person has got subconscious mind and a conscious mind. And many of the issues that people are dealing with, a lot of them, they come from the subconscious. So same as fear of success. Fear of success usually comes from the subconscious, because there's subconscious programming that is taking place from the time a person was a child to the point where now they're an adult, because most of the time when they're gonna do things with the conscious, but they don't understand that the subconscious is got an overriding factor because it was created to protect the person. This is why people have been abused romantically when it comes to getting into intimacy. They have a problem because subconsciously they've associated intimacy with pain and things. So until that is healed, they can't go anywhere. And it is a sad reality. So we bring that home in terms of your success. This is what happens with some people because of the environment they're in. Every single person that they have around them hates success. They're constantly talking bad about success. So some subconscious, because we have a need to belong. It's a group of people. We have a need to belong. So two things have to change. Either change your environment, change your group of people you're hanging out with, or stay there in the same place you are in. Or basically stay in the same bracket. This is where people have got a problem because consciously they are like, I want to earn 7-8 figures. But subconsciously they can't give themselves permission because all they have associated with when it comes to 7-8 figures is pain, toxic, is bad things, all that and all the other nasty stuff. But really, if you really look at it, success and money, especially if you talk about money, to be specific, money by itself, it's neutral. It takes whoever it's just who has it. If you give a person like Bill Gates money, we know he's got it. Obviously, he's gonna be thinking about making investments and donating some to doing work in Mozambique and helping out third world countries and stuff. You take that to someone else who's selfish, guess what they're gonna be thinking about? They're gonna be thinking about their Lambos, their Ferraris, and they're gonna be talking about having a string of girlfriends. There you go. But at the end of the day, it's just money. It just depends who has got it. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing that happened with, I think, Notre Dame fire that happened within a few hours. I think there have been stories that there've been someone who played over 9 figures. It just, who has got the money? That's it. So today what I wanted to do was just kind of give you the basics in terms of where fear of success comes from. And as you can imagine, that fear of success basically is coming from the environment we're in, how we grew up, how were we conditioned. Because in the day, there's a condition that takes place, especially before a child gets to 12, 13. And many times, sometimes it's an event. It's a key event that happens where that event was emotionally charged, that somebody makes a decision on a subconscious level that, you know what, I hate rich people. See, maybe something happened and somebody had an incident with 12, 13 and stuff, and then it's like, you know what, I hate rich people. Racism, subconscious, I don't know, from that point on, there's another battle, because the subconscious say, no, you can't be rich because rich people are bad, so you can't be bad. See what I mean? So today I just want to give you a bit of snapshot of the future success, and of course the remedy now has to do the work to go back on the inside and begin to do the work to start associating money, success with good things, and then of course making the conscious decision to move out of anybody who talks trash about successful people, because in the day we've got people who are very on the hatred side, player haters. They're always attacking anybody who's doing something. They don't even know the full story. They don't even know what the price someone is paying. But all they do is attack. You know what I mean? So if you're in that environment, you're doing yourself a favor. Get out of that environment. Get out there, hang with people who are doing stuff. People writing books, people writing plays, people who are doing dramas, people who are working in the corporate world. They've got goals. People who are becoming accountants. People who are going upwards, in their professional career. Whether they've got a business or they're doing or they're working in the corporate world, so long as they are moving forward, they've got goals, they're working towards something. Those are the people you're hanging around. Get aware of those people who are player haters. All they do is just going through people's, Facebook accounts, Instagram accounts. Oh, look at what he posted. No. That's all that you got to get. You're not doing yourself a favor. If that's you, get out of all that. All you're doing is limiting yourself. Get out of that. Hang with people who are doing stuff. Even if they're not as successful as you want them to be, but as long as they're moving forward, they got stuff that's helping people out there. Those are the people you want to hang out. People are creating value in the marketplace. Because in the day, I love church. I go to church. Many people go to church. End of the day, when you go to church on Sunday, you have a relationship with God. Whether you go to church or not, you can have a relationship with God. But having said that, so I'm not saying neglect the church. No, be a part of a church, but be part of a community. You get what I'm saying? You can be part of a community, part of a church. Absolutely fantastic. But recognize that you only go to church on Sunday. Some people twice. But the rest of your days, you have got a purpose, you've got a mandate, you've got an assignment, you've got responsibilities. And the best thing you can ever do is make an impact in the marketplace. Because the marketplace doesn't give you money for nothing. The marketplace gives you money based on the value you bring to the table, on the problems you're willing to solve. Exactly. So if you're hanging around people who are shitting down everybody who got money, guess what that means? It basically means the people you're hanging around with, they don't want to put value in the marketplace. Because in the marketplace, that's the only way you get money. If you're a barber, you get money through cutting someone else's hair, that you're providing value. You're solving a problem. You're solving a health problem. If you're a dentist, you get money by getting someone's teeth. You're solving a problem. The broken teeth, all that teeth issues, you're solving them. You get paid for that. If you're an entertainer, people are bored, people are sad. You're solving a boredom problem. So you get paid for that. Or you're creating value. That's the value you're creating. I hope you get the idea. So yeah, I got a bit, I might have got a bit emotional charge, but it's one of the things that I'm very passionate about, to see people walking their purpose, people walking their destiny. So having said that, I gotta bounce, and always remember, you have an uncommon destiny. Don't fear success. Hang with people who are successful. Get your goals up. Go back to your vision board. What's happening there? Let's get going. Okay, I gotta bounce. I'll catch you later. Cheers.